Welcome to the Emerging Startup Series at the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is navigating startups and scaling success. We have with us Vallabh Chitnis, co-founder at IntuiWell, a seasoned leader in product management and operational excellence. With over 20 years of experience, Vallabh has shaped and scaled tech businesses, driving innovation and efficiency. From managing multi-million dollar projects to pioneering operational strategies, his journey is a testament to strategic leadership and adaptability. So, welcome, Vallabh, to today's coffee conversation.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you for having me on this session. I'm pretty much honored to be part of this program, and thank you for that.
Okay. So, let me explain you the flow and the format. There are three rounds: professional journey round, personal journey round, and a surprise, the rapid fire round, for
Okay.
which you will get a gift also: startup, reset, revisit, and relaunch,
Okay.
which is authored by me and will be autographed when you win it. Will be
Sure.
sent to you.
Sure.
So let me begin. Friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation and legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal startup SMEs with world-class technology, software licensing, and tech training solutions. So my first question, Vallabh, how has the journey shaped up and any key defining moments you had?
So it's been quite a long journey, full of unexpected turns. So if we go back to my education, I started out as an instrumentation engineer. And if you or someone told me back then that I would end up in tech and then co-found a wellness company, I would have probably laughed, at myself. But every phase, be it startups, MNCs, small teams, larger teams, has taught me something new. Early on, I was pretty lucky enough to be working with very strong leaders who shaped my thinking. But there's one perspective, that's really evolved for me over a period of this time. We have been always told to, look up to your bosses, look up to your leaders, look up to your coaches, look up to your mentors. So this is all well done, and this is appreciable. But what I have also learned is, you have to look around. Uh, Leadership is no longer about hierarchy anymore. It's about staying curious, observing people, adapting your style depending on who you're working with, of course. And today, I would say leadership is more about intuition, empathy, and being able to switch gears depending on the context. So, what will work for some person will fall flat for another. So, I believe that mastering the art of contextual leadership has been a game changer for me.
Wow. So, Vallabh, you created the adaptive flow methodology for project management.
Yes.
Can you break it down for us in simple way?
Sure. Yes, adaptive flow methodology. So this is something while I was working as a fractional chief operating officer for a startup, I developed this methodology. So this startup had a very young and energetic team. Probably fresh out of the mix of fresh out of the college and having about 4 5 years of experience, just getting their career started. And because of the workload, projects, and everything, they didn't get have time to get trained on the traditional agile. And honestly, I didn't believe that they needed those jargons or the buzzwords. So I built something very lightweight but powerful. So think of it like, a full circle, like a clock from 1 to 12, 12 phases. So this kind of a full circle approach to product development, right from the ideation to the sunset. So this whole methodology was built into that. The key of it was really about adapting as you go. So typically we focused on real-time feedback, involving stakeholders at each and every step, and automating everything and anything that was repetitive. There were no rigid processes or there were no, big long SOPs, anything like that. Just clear flow flexibility, and fast and rapid execution. And the benefits that the clients saw, other stakeholders saw, even the teams, they really appreciated the transparency, speed, and the reliability through which they could, execute their work without the overhead. And it was like agile minus all the buzzwords, but with the real world pragmatism.
Wow. Okay. So, Vallabh, you have worked on everything from product strategy to operational excellence.
Hmm.
What's been the most challenging transition in your career?
Okay, so this is going to be, mix of a personal thing, because there is a story involved to it. Probably, if we get a chance, we can talk about this. But if moving through the tech world, it has been pretty natural for me. Maybe because I always had that logical and analytical mindset. That has helped me transition smoothly between roles, be it product, operations, leadership. And even I have mentored mid-career professionals through their own transitions. But the biggest challenge, I would say, it's the one I am in right now, stepping into the wellness space with IntuiWell. This one's pretty different, it's not really a switch. It's like a complete reboot. You're not building on top of anything, something. You're basically starting from zero, from ground up. And also the shifting from the predictability of a salaried person to a completely unpredictable nature of entrepreneurship. That's a mindset shift. So you suddenly become responsible not just for your work, but for the vision, the people working with you, your co-founders, the outcomes, everything. But there's a simple mantra that I follow to keep myself grounded. It's basically stay curious, stay comfortable, but at the same time, stay adaptable, keep moving forward one step at a time. That's the way to navigate, these challenges.
Wow. So, what's the story behind naming of your startup venture IntuiWell, and what what is the startup all about?
Okay. So IntuiWell basically combines intuition plus wellness. So it is more about, making changes to your day-to-day routines, making small changes in your daily habits for a practical and sustainable wellness. So the story behind that was when I met my co-founder and we were discussing around certain aspects of it. We come from a different background, okay, with individual skills. And with IntuWell, intuition and wellness, and also if you see, there is the I and the W and E is, kind of highlighted. So basically, it's a story about we both coming individually with our skill sets and combining our skill set together and coming up with a startup or a company, uh, blending our skill sets, blending our expertise for the well-being of people who are really looking for more practical sustainable wellness and not just theory or a short-term kind of a approach towards that.
Wow. Beautiful. So, what's one underrated skill every entrepreneur should master according to you?
If I had to pick just one, uh, it's going to be definitely active listening, hands down. That's one of the underrated, but game-changing skill for any entrepreneur. We definitely hear about, entrepreneurship is all about vision, grit, hustle. But without listening, you are basically building something in the vacuum. Listening is how you really understand your customers, your team, even the unspoken signals, sometimes that market sends out to you. It helps you to catch your blind spots, challenge your assumptions, and pivot early before it's too late. Basically cut your losses by pivoting. So related to that, I had an opportunity to be a beta reader of a book titled Inspire Someone Today by author Shrikant. So during that book launch, he shared a line that has stuck with me ever since. So what he said was, before you connect the dots, you need to collect them. So it's such a simple yet powerful reminder, especially be it in leadership, product thinking, or even personal growth. You can't rush clarity. You really have to stay curious, observe deeply, and allow patterns to emerge. And that's where active listening comes into picture, and that's how you do that.
Yeah. So, what are the key elements for a startup to scale up?
So key elements to for the startups to scale up is, let's keep it very simple. You know, how many users or how many customers are really paying for anything that you're offering, and are they coming back? We can have various metrics. There are so many metrics, you name it, there is a matrix for that. But the best way to do that is, are there customers, are there clients coming in, are they paying for it, are they giving out those signals in the market that this startup is doing something which is solving a real problem. And that's the way to scale the startup one step at a time.
So, my next question will be, what are the pitfalls a startup founder should avoid?
Okay, so the pitfalls is not get really biased to your idea, not really get married to your idea. Keep your eyes open, eyes, ears, I mean, all the five senses open. Um, See what market are sending the signals to you, and definitely do run small experiments, small changes, and depending on that, adapt your strategy. There will be product roadmaps, there will be 3-year 5-year plan, but when you do it one step at a time in small chunks, that's the way there is a chance that the startup is going to grow and be adaptable and make a big name in the country, world, wherever you are targeting that.
Wow. So, Vallabh, who has influenced you professionally and personally, and what are the key learnings?
Okay, so can it be like a fictional thing, or I mean, it has to be someone? Uh, I'm
Someone.
I'm not sure, because there are so many things I could.
Yeah, yeah. You can take one name, two names, whatever. अपना ये रहता है. Or fictional character will also do.
Okay, okay. So I would say the way I have kind of built my uh, skills. There is one book that I had read. It was about man's search for meaning by Dr. Viktor E. Frankl. It's not a business book or a leadership book in a traditional sense, but that has really changed how I view challenges, leadership, and purpose. So, Dr. Frankl, in his book, basically gives an account of how he survived the Holocaust and
Mm.
how he found meaning even in the darkest moments. That teaches you that mindset is everything. So, be it in business, especially in the startup world, even your personal, growth journey, even in your personal relationships, I would say, things often don't go as planned. But if you can find a purpose in the struggle, you can navigate anything. And that philosophy from Dr. Viktor Frankl through that book has really resonated with me and has been made a huge impact on how the way I think about business, or even my own personal skills, be it in professional or a personal setting.
Wow. Okay. So, my last question will be,
Mhm.
what advice would you give to young startup founders?
Okay. So we have heard, right? Founders love chasing the next big thing. But if you ask me, the real magic lies in things that never will go out of style. So take Maslow's hierarchy. It's a proven kind of a pyramid that talks about core human needs. Uh, so core human needs can be health, safety, belonging. These are the very basic necessity that human require. So anything that addresses those areas, whether it's food, mental wellness, connection, will always have that relevance. The keys and the idea itself, but it's going to be the execution. Trends will come and go. Every day there is some new trend coming in. But solving for these core fundamental human needs and doing it really well, that's always going to matter.
Wow. So let's go to next round and understand Vallabh as a person.
Sure.
Tell us about your family and your formative years.
Okay. I have been a Mumbaikar at heart. I have spent 27 years of my life in Mumbai, but now I stay in Pune. I stay with my wife. I stay with my 11-year-old son and two very opinionated cats. Uh, and my extended family, my parents, my in-laws, my brother, they stay in Mumbai. So we kind of, enjoy both the cities. We go back and forth. We enjoy both the cities. We like the busyness of Mumbai, at the same time, calmness of Pune, and it's been a good transition, even if it's for a few years. Coming to my wife leads R&D at a startup focused on plant-based proteins. So clearly you can say that innovation runs in the family. Our son is in sixth grade, plays guitar beautifully, and is really dreaming of becoming a professional gamer, which sounds way cooler than what I wanted to do at his age. Uh, and that's about it.
Wow. So, Vallabh, how do you like to unwind and recharge yourself after a long day work?
Okay. I would say that I have found my ikigai. Okay, so the idea of completely work-free weekend or any holidays doesn't really apply to me anymore. So most weekends you would find me brainstorming, blog post ideas with my wife. Sometimes she's on board, sometimes she just rolls her eyes because I'm giving her unsolicited gyan. We love talking about what's happening around us in the world, and somewhere in between, I squeeze time with family, with my son, dive into a good book, write a blog post, and at times tend to our little home garden. So for me, it's not about switching off completely. It's about doing things that recharge me in a different way.
So, who has been your biggest cheerleader from your family, friends?
So I would say my wife, who has been a cheerleader. I mean, she has seen ups and downs of my personal as well as career life. So definitely, I would give her, that award. I mean, if you are giving any awards, that.
Wow. Okay. So, Vallabh, suppose you had 1 week away from work, away from gadgets. What would you like to do and why?
Okay, so honestly, I would be just sitting in front of a beach, just listening to the waves of the sea, ocean, looking at the sky, probably just be mindful about the current moment, enjoy the moment, and that's about it.
Wow. So, what's one hobby or creative pursuit you have continued from your early days?
Okay, so I was an avid cyclist, and I still do. Um, with those long solo rides, you have that clarity in the mind that you get through those rides. So I do that. Books have also been by default go to. But if you have to just select one, cycling would be that one thing.
Wow. So, well, if your friends had to describe you in 3 words, what would it be?
Just three words.
Yeah.
Okay. unconventional, practical, and dependable.
Wow. So what are your goals for 2025, Vallabh, professionally and personally?
Professionally, if you ask me, 2025, we just started with IntuiWell. And so there is a milestone that I have in my mind. We believe that we are on track of achieving that milestone. It is basically, be in a situation wherein start getting profitable. So that is a professional milestone. Personally, I want to really start working on a preventive care idea that it's been simmering in my mind for a while. That is something I would like to kickstart once IntuiWell achieves the milestone.
Wow. So my last question will be,
Hmm.
it's a googly one. Describe Vallabh in one line.
Okay. So it has got some linking to the three words that my friends would say would be unconventional in thinking, uh, practical in approach, methodical by nature, I would say dependable by choice, but someone who is always pushing the boundaries.
Wow. Let's have some fun. The rapid fire round. Your go-to comfort food.
Simple. In Maharashtrian, we have varan bhat, so dal and rice.
Wow. Uh, ye- Favorite place to visit in Pune?
Favorite place to visit in Pune? Oh, that's a tough one. Can I say home?
Fine, it's all right.
Home.
Best piece of advice received.
Best advice received, right?
Yeah.
It's the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Wow. Your favorite color?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I'm kind of a, black to white kind of a person, but I would say gray.
Wow. One thing on your bucket list.
One thing on my bucket list. Actually, um, honestly, to see IntuiWell go at a world stage.
Beautiful. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Morning, early morning person.
Wow. Tea or coffee to recharge?
Black coffee without sugar.
Wow. Let's raise. So you did well, Vallabh, and here's a book which will be autographed and sent to you.
Thank
So,
you.
friends, it's an inspiring story. Vallabh has transitioned from up now corporate world to startup, which is into well, which is into wellness. So, watch this episode where following your passion, your dream is all about, and Vallabh having a good experience in the corporate world, and now he is into another journey, being a startup founder. So, like that, there are 400 plus episodes at the Coffee Conversation Show, which has inspiring stories from different speakers from over the world. Subscribe, watch, implement, and be implement in your life whatever the coffee speakers are sharing, and they bring a valuable life life journey lessons. And if you want to be featured like Vallabh, visit our LinkedIn page, the Emerging Forum, or our website, theemergingforum.com, and we would invite you to have coffee conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you for having me here on this coffee conversation. I really love this and I wish you the best. And I hope many people would be joining in on the coffee conversations to share their journey, which is definitely going to be helpful for all the listeners, all the watchers of this coffee conversations with Amir Virani.